Good evening. Welcome to the Metaphysical Art Theater. My name is Lindell, and I've been asked, metaphysical, what does that mean? As we use the word metaphysical, it only means that which comes after a greater degree of awakening. As within, so without is the drama man. But it is our double-mindedness, our lazy-mindedness, that we're all attacked in varying degrees of intensity and intent, yes. And I do know how relentless it can be, but what it really comes down to is that you're feeling after something. Do you know what it is you're feeling after? Do you know what it is you're thinking feelingly about? This is a case of actually experiencing better than the best. Is that what's taking place in your thinking and feeling? And when I say thinking from, this is not thinking about it. This is thinking from the idea as already being so. You in it, thinking from it, is the thing itself. I didn't have any idea how it was. I was deceiving myself, denying myself, in my own imagination, in the theater of mind, but I was doing so. It was just time wasted denying myself. Well, it's the lack of investing in self for better ideas, better attitudes, better assumptions, better moods, and what I said I was looking for. It took me a very long time to understand what Scripture was sharing with us, that all denial is self-denial. We're not really being denied by anything. And if you can put that one on the burner for a while, in contemplation, in meditation, and then discern what it is that you're hearing, what it is that you have heard, your say is a valid say. And you'll be fed handsomely, I assure you, in every department of your life. Attitude awareness and imaginational control. And we're told that all of it is self-denial. Just that. We're denying ourselves. Prayers are being answered. Your prayers are being answered. And if you'll just set aside all of your arguments for a time, and I had all the arguments you've had, and maybe even a few more, but this isn't. Yes, that's it. That's it. Attitude awareness and imaginational control is just for that. Oh, and it's not his fault, their fault, anyone's fault. Whatever has happened has happened. It isn't even about fault. It is about I am. Yes, our claiming I am that what? That what are you claiming? Even though we may have forgotten what it is we've claiming, or even the evidence, not recognizing the evidence, consciousness never forgets. Consciousness is always being objectified. And no, this is not about finding fault. I'm not trying to tell you that it's easy. It's simple, but not easy. It's not judgmentalness. No, this is not about guilt trips or condemnation. Don't go there, don't do that. Blessed is the man that does not condemn himself for that which he has allowed. This is about better than the best you've yet known, to do so consistently, persistently, in mind, in imagination. Just be a better director of your own inner conversations. Well, what it is you'll discover is the results that you're looking for. Well, because what you're looking for is actually looking for you. That's the story for all of us. If you're looking for better everything, health, wealth, relationships, what is it that you're actually thinking about in your thinking and feeling, in your mind of imagination? Because what you're thinking about is feeling after you. And why? Because it's only one power, only power. If there's things you want to change, if your attention is always focused on what you want to change, well then that's denying you don't have it. See, that's a confession you don't have it. Yes, that's confessing that you do not have it. And that's the same as lesser than. And you're actually praying for lesser than. I am that. Because what has your attention has your life. Really, consider what's being said. When you're claiming you don't have something, that's equated with praying. And your prayers are always being answered. And that, as I said, is good, bad, or indifferent. Yes, whatsoever. That's the potential of your asking, believing, receiving. What are you looking for? We're all given to do so. It's up to you to feel after better than the best. Better mindsets for better intentions of everything. What are your intentions? Well, if you're looking for freedom, and you're always thinking about what you don't have, and that's what has your focus, see, No, it's about being thankful for what you do have. Focus on what you do have. Focus on what is better than the best up to this point. And it'll expand and expand if that's what has your attention. It's always producing after its own kind. You're thinking, what is the kind? In imagination. What are you looking for? What are you feeling after? In the mind of imagination. What is it that you're denying yourself by not feeling after the better? Everything you desire is coming through you. It isn't coming to you. You're either paying attention or you'll pay. I mean, that's a story for all of us. Surely you've discovered this by now. Well, it's about paying attention or you pay. Well, what you keep doing is setting yourself up with the same problems, the same troubles, if you're not paying attention to change your mind and change your world. Well, if you just keep putting it aside, you'll just forget it. I mean, because you set it aside so often that you actually forget what you agree with. I know I did the same thing. It's really all about lazy-mindedness and double-mindedness and distractions of all sorts. But we're told, do not let the double-minded man think he will anything. Really, just consider what's being said. It's your say, it's valid. These are messages that came through me, not to me. And I'm sharing them with you. Because the first revelation that I received is that the message is for every child born of woman. Your say is a valid say. You're about saying your valid say. What are you saying with your valid say? Listen often. Reiteration and reiteration. That's the style for changing your lifestyle. Listen often. Thank you, and good evening.